back. It's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Gotta go.
This is Cullen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Got a man open, it's Wims. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On third down, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he puts it through. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Now Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. That one good for 15 and a first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throw left side complete. It's Burton. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Trubisky now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Now let's go. Blue Lennie. Blue Lennie. Leopard. Leopard. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They go play action here on 1st down. The Vikings goes after him, and they get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
You see it? You see it?
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throw left side, complete. It's Burton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down with the first down, and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The kicker here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Trubisky to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They try again with Cohen, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
On 1st down, Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56.
They're going to look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I